Life, there's roadblocks. Don't let nothing stop you.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Max. Have you ever found yourself in a situation in life where you're working really hard towards something, you're making a lot of progress, and then out of nowhere, something comes along, messes you up, and kicks you all the way back to where you started? For example, I like playing Halo. I must play this game like every fucking day. And I like playing the ranked mode, and the thing with the ranked mode is you'll win a game, you'll go up like 5 points in the ranking, and then you'll lose a game and you'll go down 15. So you could win like 5 games in a row and then lose one, and it's like you made no progress at all. But I'm sure you face countless things in your life where it feels the same way. Like you're making a lot of progress, something happens, and then it looks like you made no progress at all. These things are called setbacks. And there's something that no matter who you are, what you do, where you're from, you're gonna face them no matter what. They're bound to happen at some point in your life. You can't tell me you've never faced some type of setback in your life, because that'd be a load of bullshit. Another setback I just faced right now. I recorded this entire video, I did my whole thing, whatever, and then I realized that I didn't even click record, so I was just talking to myself in my room for 5 minutes. But the thing with setbacks is we need to all learn and understand that they're just a part of life. They're a part of the process, they're a part of being human and living the human experience. Like before you start anything, you should always keep in the back of your mind that there's a high chance that something might come along and just fuck me over. But we shouldn't let that fear that, oh, something might go wrong from stopping us from doing the things we want to do. But what I'm saying is keep it in the back of your mind and just be mindful that like, yo, something can come and mess me up and I should just move accordingly. If that means I gotta start all over again, I'll start all over again. If that means I need to avoid a few different things to stop that from happening, that's what you gotta do. You see, personally, I like to see setbacks as like a test to see if I really want what I'm working for bad enough, because if I really want it that bad, I'm gonna work through it no matter what. And if I see like, oh, something happens and it messes me up, it's gonna let me know to myself like, I must have not really cared, because if I really wanted it, I'd still be working right now. It must have not meant a lot to me. And that's okay. Sometimes you're gonna realize like something's gonna mess you up and you're like, I don't wanna do that shit again. It's not worth my time. Like for example, I remember one time in Minecraft when I was little, I made this entire world, whatever. I made this giant castle, and I forgot to click save, and I lost everything. This is back in like 2012, 2013, so there wasn't no automatic save back then. But I remember turning back on the TV, seeing that my entire thing was lost, and just being like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. And I just knew I didn't care enough to go put all that work and effort in. And it's okay, you know, you're not gonna wanna put 100% of your effort into the same thing twice sometimes, because it's just not important. But you'll find, and you'll know when you see it, there's gonna be things in your life that are so important that even if you get knocked over, you're gonna wanna keep putting effort into because you just want it that bad. And I know I'm making it sound easy. It's not easy whatsoever. Don't get me wrong. I still get tight when I lose in Halo and I get put back 1,000 ranks. I still get tight when I deal with setbacks every day. When I found out this camera wasn't recording, I didn't want to record this video. But the thing that I realized is, you know, being upset and dwelling on the past and dwelling on the things that mess you up in life, it's not gonna progress you forward. What's gonna progress you forward is saying like, hey, this messed me up, let me work back towards it anyway. Let me work harder. Let me know what I could do to, you know, use it as a learning experience so I don't make that mistake again. For example, every time I click a video from now on, I'm gonna make sure that thing's recording before I talk to myself for 5 minutes. Like every few seconds, I'm looking at the button to make sure it's still counting, because I really don't wanna do this a third time. But you'll see that being angry and, you know, spending time moping around, like all that time that we spend being angry about the past and situations, like if we put that amount of energy and effort and time into just working back the way we were going up the mountain, climbing back up the mountain, we'll see that we made all the progress back in that same amount of time, because we're just wasting our time crying about it, being whatever. So whenever you face a setback in life, just remember, there's 2 roads you could go down. There's road A, where you keep doing what you gotta do, you keep pushing, you keep climbing up that mountain, you keep doing everything you have to do and get it done. And then there's road B, where you play the victim, you use your excuses your entire life, you use fucking excuses to try to justify the fact that, oh, I'm not here because these things happened to me or whatever, and you just use those excuses your entire life and live a life of regret and end up sad because you didn't do the things you wanted to do. You're gonna act like you couldn't do it because of outside sources, when in reality, it was you. It was an inside force. You weren't strong enough, you weren't built for it. You were just mentally weak. You weren't strong enough to push yourself to where you wanted to be. And that's fine. Like I said, there's gonna be situations where you're gonna say like, yo, I don't think I'm strong enough to make myself go do this whole thing again. And that's fine. But when it really counts, you wanna be the type of guy to force yourself to do the things you want to do, because that's what's gonna make you happy. I mean, now that I think about it, there are gonna be some excuses that are valid. Like, let's say it's your goal to run a marathon and then you get hit by a car and now you can't walk anymore. Like, that's a valid excuse. But what I'm saying is, like, don't let stupid excuses that you know you could actually work towards stop you from doing the things you want to do. Like, if you get hit by a car and you can't walk anymore, you're probably gonna have to give up on the marathon. But if, you know, let's say you tripped and you sprained your ankle, like you can fix that, bro. You just have to train a little and then you can keep running. I mean, I see so many things online where these people that, you know, have some serious disabilities where I don't even think I'd be able to do the things they do, and I still see them pushing, and that shit really motivates me. So even sometimes when you have a valid excuse, your excuse still isn't valid, but just try not to let stupid excuses stop you from doing the things you want to do, man. Like, if it's a legitimate excuse, it's legitimate, fine, but you'll know what's legitimate and is not. Come on, it's your life. A few things that I found that are gonna help you, you know, deal with setbacks is have a good support group of people around you that are gonna keep pushing you. You know, make sure you're holding yourself accountable. The second one, this one's super important, planning for the best, but preparing for the worst, because sometimes it's not being negative. It's, you know, you want the best thing to happen, but you should always be ready for that thing that's gonna fuck it all up. This way you can just plan for it and be prepared, and you can keep fixing it. And the last one is just self-discipline. You know, sometimes you're gonna be put in situations where you're just like, oh, I don't feel like it today. And you gotta just work through that to force yourself to do it, force yourself into, even when you're feeling like shit, still do the things you gotta get done. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for this video, but hopefully this helps you. Hopefully it makes dealing with setbacks a little bit easier. I mean, I'm about to play Halo right now, and I'm probably gonna deal with like 20 setbacks. So hopefully this helps me with being okay with taking some L's, because the server's been trash lately. But anyways, guys, my name's Max. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Wake up out the door, it's time to get this money. So many pitfalls in my life, that shit ain't even funny. Them rainy nights had them days looking mad sunny. My clothes nice, remember when them shits was mad.